Tammy Slaton, who plays the role of 1,000-pound sisters in the 6th season, deals with jealousy on occasion. This is due to the fact that she is still not comfortable in her own skin. However, despite the fact that she has shed 500 pounds since the start of the show in 2020, the influencer, who is 38 years old, does not always feel particularly good about herself. Despite the fact that she is more self-assured than she has ever been and appears to be really pleased of herself, Tammy still has a lot of work to do, and she is unable to stop the small green monster from appearing on occasion. When one considers how much Tammy has accomplished and how many people she has influenced, it is only fair that she should feel good about herself. Tammy weighed more than 600 pounds when the first episode of 1,000-Pound Sisters was shown, and she would eventually reach a maximum weight of 725 pounds. After Tammy had addressed her addiction to food, she underwent bariatric surgery, which resulted in a complete transformation of her life. She can't help but feel a twinge of envy whenever she looks at her sisters, despite the fact that she's only a fraction of the person she used to be. While Amy was in burlesque class, Tammy was envious of her. However, despite the fact that Tammy has shed a significant amount of weight, the additional skin that has been left loose has continued to restrict her mobility. I can only imagine how annoying it must be for her to shed 500 pounds and still be unable to walk around like other people. A burlesque lesson was taken by Tammy and her sister, Tammy Slaton, who is 37 years old, in a recent episode of the 6th season of the television show 1,000-Pound Sisters. As Tammy watched her sister take advantage of her physical mobility, she couldn't help but feel envy. Despite the fact that Tammy is thrilled for Amy, she wishes that she could also move about. According to Tammy, Amanda is no longer the pretty sister she once was. The weight loss journeys of Tammy and Amy are chronicled in the book 1,000-Pound Sisters. However, their other siblings, including Amanda Halterman, who is 43 years old, are also featured in the story. Amanda was the member of the Slaton family who was always the thinnest until she got married and had children. This is in contrast to the other Slaton siblings, who had struggled with their weight since childhood. Following her weight loss, Tammy makes the accusation that Amanda is envious of her, stating, "Amanda is no longer the pretty one than she used to be. Tammy ought to have a positive inner state of being." Tammy has achieved a great deal over the course of her life, and the star of the 6th season of Sisters, who weighs 1,000 pounds, ought to be pleased with herself. Tammy recently shared a video on Instagram in which she discussed her journey and expressed her pride in her progress that she has made. Tammy accomplished a remarkable feat by shedding 500 pounds of weight. Because the 1,000-Pound Sisters star has accomplished so much, she has no reason to feel envious of anyone else. Ms. Slaton Tammy, at the age of 38, 500 pounds were shed. A. Slaton, Amy, 37.5 years of age, 125 pounds were shed. A. Combs, Chris, at the age of 41, 150 pounds were shed. Is Amanda Halterman, 43.5 years of age, weight loss of more than 300 pounds. Theresa Slaton Wentworth Misty, at the age of 48, who knows? Tammy Slaton, one of the stars of 1,000-Pound Sisters, has faced her share of struggles in the public eye. From battling obesity to navigating her personal relationships, her journey has been filled with highs and lows. However, one of the more complex and painful parts of her story involves her ongoing struggles with jealousy, particularly when it comes to her sister, Tammy Slaton. Despite both sisters dealing with obesity in their own ways, Amy's progress has often overshadowed Tammy's, causing deep feelings of insecurity, resentment, and self-doubt in Tammy. Throughout the series, we've seen Tammy fight not just for her physical health, but for emotional and mental peace, often in the shadow of Amy's success. Tammy's jealousy isn't just about Amy's weight loss, it runs deeper. It's about self-worth, identity, and the crushing feelings that arise when one sister seems to excel in a journey that the other struggles with every day. Tammy's journey towards self-acceptance is complicated by these feelings, and the discomfort she experiences in her own skin only amplifies her sense of envy. The series has given viewers an inside look into her vulnerabilities, fears, and emotional battles as she tries to navigate life while dealing with both external pressures and internal turmoil. A complex sisterhood, the relationship between Amy and Tammy Slaton. From the very beginning of 1,000-Pound Sisters, viewers were introduced to the complicated dynamic between Tammy and Amy. Although they are sisters, their relationship has been far from simple. The two women share a bond, but they also experience immense friction, particularly when it comes to their health and weight loss journeys. Amy has always been more vocal about her desire to make a change and improve her life, while Tammy has often struggled with maintaining motivation and facing the difficulties of losing weight. Amy's willingness to undergo bariatric surgery, her weight loss journey, and her personal growth have been major plot points on the show. Over time, viewers watched as Amy's transformation unfolded, with many of them rooting for her success. Her physical transformation allowed her to become a mother, regain her independence, and pursue a happier, healthier life. However, for Tammy, this success has been both inspiring and painful. As Amy moved forward, Tammy found herself left behind, battling not just her weight but the emotional weight of watching her sister succeed where she felt she could not. At times, Tammy's jealousy toward Amy has been apparent in passive-aggressive remarks or moments of frustration where she questions why things seem to come easier for her sister. She has expressed feeling like she is always in the background, watching Amy thrive while she remains stuck. For Tammy, this has created a constant internal battle that often plays out in front of the cameras. Her jealousy is not born out of hatred, but rather from a deep-seated feeling of inadequacy and a fear of being left behind. The roots of Tammy's jealousy. To understand the depth of Tammy's jealousy, it's important to look at the deeper issues she has struggled with over the years. Tammy has battled not just obesity, but also a complex relationship with her body and self-worth. For much of her life, she has felt judged and misunderstood, both by society and by her own family. The pain of being the bigger sister has weighed heavily on her emotional state, and as Amy's success became more apparent, Tammy felt even more alienated. The weight of this jealousy goes beyond just Amy's weight loss. It's about the fact that Tammy feels as though she is stuck in a place where she cannot move forward, and that Amy, by contrast, has been able to take steps toward a better life. One of the most poignant moments of jealousy came when Tammy had to face her own insecurities head-on in therapy. In one particularly emotional scene, Tammy opened up about her frustrations with not being able to achieve the same progress as Amy. "I'm just tired of trying," Tammy admitted tearfully. "It feels like no matter how hard I work, it's never enough." In these moments, it's clear that Tammy isn't just jealous of Amy's physical transformation, but is also grappling with feelings of failure and shame. Her jealousy is tied to her belief that she is somehow less than her sister and that she is incapable of achieving the same level of success. Tammy's jealousy is a defense mechanism. It allows her to mask the deeper emotions she feels: fear of being alone, fear of never feeling good enough, and fear of being trapped in a body that no longer feels like her own. In many ways, Tammy's jealousy of Amy reflects a lack of self-acceptance and an inability to reconcile who she is with who she wants to become. The emotional toll of being in Amy's shadow. For Tammy, the emotional toll of being in Amy's shadow is more than just a feeling of jealousy. It is an overwhelming sense of inferiority. While Amy has been open about her health struggles, she has been able to make visible strides toward losing weight and living a healthier life. As Amy's success grew, Tammy's emotional struggles became more apparent. It wasn't just that she was battling with her weight, but that she was struggling with her identity. Tammy's feelings of jealousy often stemmed from the fact that she didn't know how to make the same progress, how to make the changes in her life that Amy had made, and how to find the same sense of self-worth. In the early seasons of 1,000-Pound Sisters, Amy's weight loss journey was often portrayed as a source of inspiration, but for Tammy, it became a painful reminder of everything she hadn't accomplished. This sense of falling behind in her weight loss journey made her feel like she was losing more than just weight. She was losing her sense of identity, her connection to her sister, and her hope for the future. The emotional toll was immense, and it only worsened when she felt like her family and even viewers were comparing her progress to Amy's. The pressure to succeed weighed heavily on Tammy's mental health. As the cameras documented her every move, she felt as though she was constantly being judged and scrutinized. Her jealousy wasn't just about wanting to lose weight or succeed in her health journey. It was about feeling like she was never going to live up to the expectations of her family or her fans. These feelings of inadequacy and frustration compounded Tammy's mental health struggles, pushing her further into self-destructive patterns of thinking and behavior. Struggling with comfort, eating, and self-worth, Tammy's emotional eating has always been a key aspect of her journey. Unlike Amy, who has managed to confront her eating habits more head-on, Tammy's struggle with food addiction has been deeply tied to her emotional state. For years, food has been a source of comfort for Tammy, a way to numb the pain and escape from her feelings of inadequacy. As Tammy has struggled with her weight, she has also struggled with her identity. The comfort she finds in food offers a temporary relief from the difficult emotions she faces daily. However, this reliance on food has only complicated Tammy's weight loss journey and made her feelings of jealousy toward Amy even more intense. While Amy was able to face the difficult process of making lifestyle changes, Tammy has often resorted to emotional eating when things get tough. This cycle of comfort eating and self-criticism has made it harder for Tammy to break free from the patterns that keep her in a place of stagnation. Her jealousy toward Amy is rooted in the belief that she cannot make the same progress, and as a result, she continues to struggle with feelings of self-worth. In many ways, food has become both a source of comfort and a form of punishment for Tammy. She finds herself caught in a cycle of eating to cope with her emotions, only to feel ashamed afterward. This emotional turmoil feeds her jealousy of Amy, as she views her sister's ability to lose weight as a reflection of her own failure. The comfort she finds in food becomes a temporary solution, but it leaves Tammy feeling worse in the long run, only perpetuating the negative cycle of jealousy and self-hatred. Tammy's journey towards self-acceptance. Despite the intense feelings of jealousy and self-doubt, Tammy's journey towards self-acceptance is far from over. Throughout 1,000-Pound Sisters, we've seen moments of vulnerability where Tammy opens up about her internal struggles. These moments of raw honesty are a testament to her desire for change, even if that change feels out of reach. Tammy may not have reached the same level of success as Amy, but she has taken small steps toward healing, including acknowledging her issues and seeking therapy. One of the key themes in Tammy's story is her battle with self-acceptance. While Amy's progress has been a source of both inspiration and pain for Tammy, it has also forced her to confront her own fears and insecurities. Tammy is beginning to understand that her worth is not defined by her weight or her success in losing it. It is about accepting herself as she is, flaws and all. This journey towards self-love is not easy, and it is something that Tammy is still navigating. However, the fact that she is starting to open up about her struggles and work through them is a sign of growth. Tammy's journey is a reminder that self-worth and self-acceptance are not dependent on external validation or comparison to others. It's about finding peace with oneself and realizing that everyone's journey is different. Tammy may not have the same level of success as Amy in terms of weight loss, but she is still deserving of love, support, and acceptance. The future, Tammy's path forward. The road ahead for Tammy Slaton is not without challenges, but it is also filled with possibilities.